I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Oh gosh.
Katie's dance moves every week.
It's like
Little baby Kate.
the robot, it's like,
Love it.
yeah.
Welcome to the Vanderpump Rules After Show. We are discussing Season 8, Episode 3 tonight, Next Level Rage Text. This title alone got me so excited, you guys.
Yeah.
We have so much to talk about today. Stassi and Tom Sandoval get into it. Sheena has a confrontation with Max and Dana.
Shocker.
Surprise. and then we have two new girls. Charlie. Well, Danica. Charlie. We'll get into Charlie later. Danica's back. I thought she was just here for one episode, but we can, get into all their confrontations tonight. And then, of course, we have our Pumptini, which we're going to crown. We have some really crazy news. I'm not kidding. Stay tuned for the news tonight.
The tea is hot.
The tea is hot.
It's piping.
And not in a good way. It's a lot.
Let it cool down.
Yeah. But my name is Rivet Soro, and to my left we have little baby Kate's Miss Katie Thompson, day one Vanderpump Rules fan.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. With the applause. I love it.
And to her left, Archie Jay. He's always at Tom Tom. You can catch him at Sir, grab a drink with him at Pump.
Wow. They do
All the
employ you.
places.
Come on, let's go.
More.
Yes.
We'll give you more. So, guys, I want to know first, what are your overall thoughts of tonight's episode before we get into all the tea?
Am I the only one that's like a teeny bit bored? Like, just like I want to maybe pick up my phone at some parts because I'm like, ooh, are we still talking about Sheena? Are we still doing this?
Felt a little repetitive.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Very
Okay.
underwhelming tonight, It was just like, I felt like we were beating the dead horse with the Sheena and the Max storyline, and she's still talking about Apple Watches. It's like, is this endorsed?
I felt the same. I mean, okay, when I saw the title, Next Level Rage Text, I was ready. I was like, this is going to be juicy. It's going to be good. And it wasn't my favorite Vanderpump Rules episode.
It was just waiting for the rage text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get some more in Miami next week. But we do have to talk about the rage text that Tom Sandoval sent Stassi today. Completely out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It was super bizarre. It was almost like either this is fake and producers are telling them to do all of this. Because in his interviews, I'm like, where is any of this coming from? He's like, the one thing I don't want people to think is that I'm jealous. Sweetie, nobody said it. You said it. Like, what?
I feel like his actions totally resembled someone who is insecure,
I'm jealous.
jealous, and just very hostile and angry with himself. Maybe he's a little sad because he has a cocktail book. It's not like he sat down, pen to paper, and really poured out his thoughts like Stassi did, but yeah, it's not a good look for him.
No, not at all.
Bitten by a black widow.
Karma.
Karma. I thought that was a lie. I was like, he's just trying to get out of it. But we saw the spider bite. TMI. I didn't need to see that. That was disgusting.
I'm scared now.
I just don't understand where the root of Tom's anger came from. Stassi is throwing a, meet and greet for her fans and all her friends at Tom. Tom reaches out to Lisa about it, reaches out to Tom Schwartz. Everyone's cool with it. I mean, assuming that they're going to communicate with Tom Sandoval what's happening, which they did. We saw the flashbacks. They said, there's going to be 50 to 60 people. And this happened at a time where your bar is usually closed. So she's bringing you more business. It's not like she's taking away from the customers that you already have. They mentioned that this is during closed hours. Yes, you have to pay your bartenders, but the amount of people she brought in and the drinks that they're buying, especially when they're fans, like they're there to support her and buy the drinks and get drunk and
Tom, without all of the people that are sitting in your precious Tom Tom, you wouldn't have Tom Tom. You would have nothing because it's because of all of us who love the show.
Right.
And just the way that he was treating Schwartz about the entire thing, and just like he's got a chip on his shoulder because if we go back to when Tom Tom was being built and the whole thing and the 5% and the la-da-da and him just being like, I want to make sure that it's my bar and it's this and that. You need to humble yourself and realize that somebody is giving you a piece of a bar that you would never have if it weren't for her. And for you to feel like you have any real say over anything to me is a joke. Like just say okay. be thankful for whatever you're being given and shut up. Sorry, that's how I'm feeling. Stassi was right.
I will say that that he had a point. He had a point to want to make sure his establishment was running correctly because there was a staffing issue. Yes, but other Tom let him know that it was all going to be handled. She is family. This is an event. We're bringing in extra revenue. And if you could like I wasn't there, but looking at the screen and looking at what we saw for tonight's episode, there was wine everywhere. There wasn't mixed drinks being made, to my knowledge and my vision. There was like wine, you know how they can have that at weddings and stuff. It's just an easier situation. So I get his concern for the business, but to lash out, it could have been handled in a more mature way, especially in front of all those people. It just seemed like something was a bit off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He definitely handled it wrong. I do agree. I do think, when you have a business, it's like your baby. You want to protect it. You want to make sure your image, because that's your face and that's your name. And people aren't going to be leaving there talking bad about Stassi. They'll talk bad about you if it's your business. But he did approach it wrong. That text, I will kick you the F out.
Oh, my God.
What? What is
and
that?
Then further banning her when he goes back to talk to Schwartz.
Yes.
And he's like, she can't come in. She's banned.
She's
like,
banned.
What?
Did you catch the shade that Stassi threw to him? She said that how she asked Lisa and she did the walkthrough. She said she got 95% approval to do this event, saying that he only has 5% in the business.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then to cause a scene right at the event in front of all the fans.
Like,
Tacky.
you're worried about having Tom look bad, and you are just like, you came in with Ariana knowing that you're going to start a fight. And y'all were fussy because you had to walk a long way because there wasn't any valet.
Yeah.
God forbid.
The eye roll that you just did gave me so much life.
Apparently when I roll my eyes, they go two different directions, and it's a weird vibe.
It was so good.
For those who couldn't see it.
But the voice of reason in all of this was Tom Schwartz. I mean, obviously. He was trying to calm down the situation. He was. I mean, even, Katie is trying to defend her man. He's like, Bubba, I love you. Tom, calm down.
Yeah.
And the way that Tom Sandoval was talking to him was just not okay.
You don't even know how to do the computers. What does that have to do with anything right now? It's fine. And if he can't do the computers, one of the other bartenders who know how to do the computer can do the computer.
We'll figure it out. Write it down. Charge it later.
It's fine.
He also, excuse me, he stood up for himself for a bit though, because he said, "Hey, you're belittling me. You're being condescending," and he's like, "No, I'm not." And me as a guy, I understand that we get a little butthurt in our emotions, and I 100% know that he knows he was being belittling and condescending, but that was just his retaliation method. Been there, but it's not cute.
But he created the entire thing. None of it ever needed to happen. He never needed to text Stassi because it was figured out. And he's like, nobody understands that my bartenders can't work for 12 hours. I'm sure I would like to work 12 hours. I'll take the I'll
they
take the
don't
paycheck.
mind.
As
They're
long as I get a
getting
break.
tips.
Hey, give him a day off the next day. But, give the tips.
Whatever.
I'm sure they're fine.
Higher to heaven, bigger the tips.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think this is the last that we'll see of this feud, so I'm excited to see how it all unfolds in the coming weeks. But we wanted to thank you for joining us, Katie.
Yes, absolutely. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Go to iTunes. Give us a 5-star rating because that's what we deserve. We're all 5 stars.
Yeah.
Leave a comment. Give us your pump teeny. We'll do that later. Tell us who you want to crown. What's your favorite? What's going on? Being a part of AfterBuzz has just meant so much to me because this show is the reason why I joined it. And then last year when I got to join, I was like, what? This ain't happening. And now it's my 2nd year and I just love it here so much and it's great. And there's my star. I love it so much. So thank you all for supporting us and it's all because of you that we can be here doing this. So thanks.
Because
We love
of
that.
you.
Exactly. And we actually did receive a 5-star rating this week.
Gosh,
Yay!
I know. I was so excited. So we'll read it for you. Sarah with 2 H's 0617 said, "I love this show. I truly enjoy listening the day after Pump Rules, and I love the show so much."
Oh my God.
With a laughing face.
Same.
Love you, Sarah.
We love you, Sarah.
Love ya.
Love you, mean it.
So much.
So more like that. More comments like
Yeah.
that telling us how much you love us. Okay, thank you. Bye.
We appreciate appreciate it more than you know.
Back to Vanderpump. Here we go.
Back to Vanderpump. So, Sheena. Sorry, guys.
Oh
I
my
know.
gosh.
It's like beating a dead horse. Is that the expression?
Yeah.
Yes. Which, like, why
Oh!
is that an
That was
expression?
aggressive.
That's a rough expression. Yikes.
Yeah, why are we beating dead horses?
I don't know.
Why is
And,
that?
like, I would
don't
look it up, but
know.
I don't know if I want to know.
Seems like a PETA issue.
It's fine. Yeah. Comment down below.
Sorry, that's a little.
If
little
you
too
know
much.
it. No.
Sorry about that.
We love all the
Ryan
sound
in the booth.
effects. Thank you,
My
Ryan, in the booth. It's great. But Sheena
Yeah.
takes it upon herself to crash a boys' drink moment.
Yeah, she's one of the boys.
The
Like,
boys are
whatever,
out, they're
you know?
drinking, they're having fun, they're cheersing.
She had on an oversized blazer. She's one of the
She
boys.
did.
You
Little
may-
bra
you
popping
know?
out. It was great. What do you guys think? Do you think Sheena's like really
Thirsty.
maturing?
Yeah, she
Thirsty.
seemed. She's like, you call me boy crazy, so I'm gonna come to where all the boys are and tell you that I'm not boy crazy? It's like, no. And like her voice got so squeaky at one point that I was
It
like,
did.
oh, that went up so high.
It did.
Yeah, she needs to chill.
She's annoying me, honestly. At this point, I need her to go have several seats. It just seemed to be like the entire episode, the same storyline about like, Max, oh my God, I bought you an Apple Watch, and let me read you 75 texts that you sent me. And honestly, so what if he sent you all those texts? I know it is a little heartbreaking, but it wasn't. She keeps saying, last year we had a thing. Last year we had a thing.
If this was like anyone else, I would kind of feel bad. But Sheena, like, this is not her first rodeo. You pretty much grew up in like the LA area, Southern California.
She has.
You've been doing this a while. You know how these boys are. They will
got it.
say anything.
But so, right, they say anything, right? And then we like stick around for like, it's been like a month, right? And then it's
Right.
like 2 months. And then we're like, okay, well then maybe all the stuff that they're saying is real
Right.
and maybe this can be a thing. And then all of a sudden they're like, I have no idea where you got the idea that I wanted to be in a relationship, even though I've been treating you like I've wanted to be in one, and I told you I wanted to be in one.
Yeah.
So when she's like, let me read you all the texts that you've sent to me, and if we like actually look into the text and see like what he's saying,
Yeah.
that sucks, because I've been on the other side of that. Like, it literally just happened to me. They say everything you want to hear so that they can have everything that they want, and they're like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go
Honey.
find
But it
something
didn't
else.
happen
okay?
last
I'm
year.
fine, but okay, right?
Ryan is on it today.
I'm sorry, I need to chill out.
This
No,
is
we
like,
love it.
You need to chill out with Sheena. This is like what these boys do. So like
Right.
in that way, like I feel for these faces you are giving over here, Archie, needs to not
I plead the
happen.
fifth. I don't know.
Katie, I love you and I get it, but this happened to her last year.
Well,
Last year.
Let
happened to
me
her every
pull
year.
up the
why
text
is-
that you sent me last year because I'm clearly still not over it.
But he's the one talking about her in a kitchen.
So
she
what?
is boy crazy.
Well, I know, but if you hear though, it's triggering.
She's
no
not hovering.
girl wants to be called boy crazy. That's no fun.
I
Aren't we
get
all
that.
little boy crazy? Don't
Of
we all
course.
want the D and we want it to stick? So like, come on.
I get it, but there's a difference because, it could have been, hey, you called me boy crazy, that's not cool.
Right.
Not, let me read
Yeah.
you all the texts you sent me last year
That-
and I bought you an Apple Watch.
Yeah, and then going and talking with the girls about it and being like,
No.
I'm like here, and then he's like here, and then he dates girls like here, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Clearly, this doesn't matter because you keep getting put on the back burner year after year after year.
Yeah.
So maybe I think she needs to like move some priorities around because this is a repetitive cycle.
Yeah.
You would think that watching yourself back on a show, you would maybe learn
Yeah.
from it like a touch, but
Yeah.
we're not her. We don't know. Can y'all imagine if people were talking about our lives like this? Like just dissecting it? That would be not, like I'm feeling kind of bad of sitting here talking about, we
No.
love you, Sheena, I'm sorry.
I'm not. Tune in, honey.
I'm
no.
into this girl.
Change your life.
Change your life. This is therapy. She
Yes.
should be taking full advantage of
I'm
this.
sure she watches back and she cringes a little. It's just
Yeah.
it's a little. It was cringe when she walked into boys' night. It was,
Yeah.
and she's probably thinking like, I am such a badass bitch walking in, and then like we're all just like, oh, sweetie, no,
Cringing.
yikesies.
I said it last week. I do see a little bit of myself and every girl in Sheena, but the
Yeah.
levels that she takes it just makes it hard to feel bad for her at
Yeah.
a certain point.
And like. We could date anybody else than these two guys that are in Sir who look exactly the same that I cannot tell apart.
Brett and
They look
Max?
the same
yes,
to you?
they look exactly.
No.
Aren't they both dark hair with tattoos on their arms, working behind bars?
Well, I knew Brett from before. He used to be dating like a
did
famous
you?
YouTuber. No, not personally.
Somebody said, "How come we haven't talked about the fact that he was famous before Vanderpump?"
I did, and thank you for commenting. I replied back. I knew he was famous, but when I mentioned it, they didn't, so I didn't want to just be like,
I still
used to
don't
watch
know.
him on YouTube. Like, but yeah.
Was he like a, "Hey guys"?
Him and his girlfriend, Carly Bybel, if you guys watch her, she's a beauty YouTuber. She is gorgeous, but she's moved on.
What happened?
Good for her.
I don't know.
Oh.
That's for another day. We can talk about that
man.
later. But Sheena also has a conversation with Dana tonight, of course. Well, Dana actually pulls Sheena aside.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had this conversation.
Yeah, we have. But I feel like this one is showing growth. I feel like this
Yeah.
one, they kind of had a mutual understanding, although there was still some
Cattiness.
hovering,
Yeah.
you know, territorial situations going on with the two girls. I feel like they understand and see each other and see what the situation is now. So I feel like we may move past this storyline unless, you know, they all get in bed together. I don't know where it could go from here.
I like how at the end of that conversation, Sheena was like, "Just like protect your heart, like, and your vagina." But when she says that, I don't
hers
think
was
it's
hurt.
actually coming from a place of like
No.
protection. She's like,
No, yeah.
"You just shouldn't because like he didn't like me," and so yeah, like I don't think that they'll
It's
ever
bitter.
actually like mesh or
Whenever
become friends.
a girl starts a conversation with woman to woman,
Yeah.
she does not mean that.
it's usually a no.
And that's the tea. Especially coming from Sheena. And I mean, he should really stop dating his staff. Oh, but it was okay when he was dating you, right?
Right? Like,
But
what?
nobody else.
Yeah.
Stop it. Hypocrite.
And like her face, anytime I'm sorry, what's the blonde girl's name?
Dana?
Dana.
Yeah.
Anytime
Point,
Dana
yeah.
talks, Sheena's face is just like with her teeth showing and like her nose scrunched. Like
He's
she's
not
just
dating
like,
you. You're not his girlfriend, right?
Didn't she say that to him?
She said that to him.
Yeah.
Like, I just need you to like. It's like you can't be her girlfriend. Like I don't want her thinking that.
Yeah.
Why does it matter?
Yeah.
Even if they were. Oh, and why does she go? And I know we're going back to that, but she literally asked him. She's like, "You're not like dating her, right?" And it's like, if this was last year, and you're literally telling Lisa and crying to her, "I don't care about him. I really don't want to date him," but then you're going and making sure that another girl isn't
Yeah.
dating.
As long as she's not your girlfriend.
It's territorial.
It
Very.
really, really is.
Very.
Yeah.
But we might have another up and coming Sheena among us.
Yes.
Charlie.
I have one
I don't
note
like her.
and about her, and it just says Charlie, and then I forgot to write anything else.
My note was Charlie has never had pasta.
Yeah.
Oh my
Mine
gosh.
says Charlie, no pasta. I have a theory that like pasta is what makes people fat.
I mean,
It's crazy that
feel
carbs-
that when I'm eating pasta, but I still eat pasta. I'm like, this is carbs.
It's called
Like,
carbs.
duh. But also, I need them. I am a carb. That is what I am.
I need to know how much they paid her to say that.
I'm sure nothing.
Nothing,
I'm sure
no.
she
No.
wanted to be carb.
You think
girl.
she's really like that's her? Like
Duh.
that's something she would say.
It is about the pasta in this case.
It is absolutely about the pasta. I can't. So your first impressions, you're not into her.
I'm not into
not a
her.
fan,
no, even when
no.
she brought would she bring a plant to the girls' hemming
want
party?
that.
The hemming party, right?
And Sheena being like, I need my dress to be like my ass is coming out. Like, shocker
Yeah.
that you do. And also, why did Sheena's dress look different than everybody else's had like a slit in it and hers didn't? It was just a longer one.
Is she a lead? She's a lead.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been
do they
doing
have
this for
different
8
dresses?
years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what
she's
she
like,
said
I don't
tonight.
care. I've been doing it for 8 years. Like, okay.
Yeah. See, I'm not the biggest Charlie fan so far. I mean,
Yeah.
she might, come around. We might love her.
Probably because they've deemed her as a little Sheena, and we're a little over Sheena, so we
Yeah.
don't need a little more little Sheena. So we're a little no.
But, yeah. But we saw Danica again this week. I didn't know. I guess she is like a permanent cast member. I thought she just was in last week's episode.
Got it.
But I actually really like her.
Yeah, I'm into her.
She accepts a $1,300
Resourceful.
an envelope of $1,300 from her ex, who she broke up with and pushed
Yeah.
at work.
Yeah.
Because he asked for a threesome. I mean, I would do the same thing.
Well,
I would not.
let's talk about it. Let's talk about
Let's
it.
go find
Tell me
her,
more.
though.
Let's unpack this.
A threesome's a fun time sometimes, you know?
Calm down. Calm down.
Couldn't
I'm
tell you.
just saying.
Not into it.
You know?
Absolutely not. If my boyfriend, I'm not going to say my man because that triggers some of you. So we listen to your comments. If my boyfriend tells me he wants to have a threesome while we're at work with all these little girls running around, he clearly wants to have a threesome with one of them because it's Sir. Come on. Absolutely not.
Sounds
I would
like
lose
a
my
dream.
job over it too.
I'm in.
But I mean, in all fairness, he was being honest, and people do have threesomes in their relationships. So
They do.
well, you have to bring it to that person's attention to propose it, right?
But maybe don't do it at work.
Maybe
and
don't do it at
maybe
work.
like read the room prior, because like you usually know
If your
she's
girl's gonna be into it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like you know.
Yeah, you
so
know, you know.
he was probably just like, and she's
Yeah.
like, no, and then
I
pushed him.
wonder if that's like the first time he had brought it up.
I want.
Just wrong time, wrong place. Like, I get it. Like, people do that, and it's fine if you're into it. She's clearly not.
No, she's not into it.
But I respect what he did after. He said, this is the money you would have made while you were suspended from work, so I'm going to give you this money.
Which is nice.
And she says, oh, I could not accept this. She does, and then she sleeps with him.
Love it.
And stays the night.
It's my kind of girl.
Are they
my
gonna
kind
get
of
get your money.
relationship,
Hell yeah.
I'm available.
No. Get your money. You get your D, and then go home. You don't got to stay there.
When you stay the night,
When you stay there, that says something
cuddle
else.
and like the
But that's
feelings.
the best part.
I know.
And then, like, maybe
you don't gotta tell me. I know
They
that.
probably used a 20 from the 1200, bought a pizza, did some more sex. Yes, I love it.
We love it, but I think she's just gonna get hurt because I think he, when a guy or even a girl, someone's asking for a threesome and the other person is like so not into it. That's not just something that the person who wants a threesome can like get out of their system. Like you kind of have to like do it so that you can be like, oh yeah, I did it. It's cool. Whatever. I'm over it. If not, he's gonna keep thinking about it, and I think he's gonna hurt her.
Well, I think girls come from a place of like, if you want to have a threesome, you're not just happy with sleeping with me.
Yeah,
but I
and
think
that's
it's
like
more
how
of
I would
like
think of it.
the
Yeah, same.
fantasy idea of it, of like, but I could have you and somebody else, and how cool would that be? So like that's how I think of
Yeah.
it. I don't know.
No, I get that, but then like, I am more than enough.
Yeah.
I know, and I
Yes,
I love that we,
totally
like-
understand.
Yeah,
but
like we get it, but it's just everyone's different.
Everyone's
we have
different.
preferences, you know. Yeah.
hope my mom doesn't watch this show. Talk about threesomes.
Love that.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, but I think Dana and Sheena will be okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe.
We're only like
Dana.
episode 2 in, so they
Yeah.
better be. Because I'm not dealing with
better
this come
be.
episode 6.
I don't
Yeah.
need to hear them talk about it ever again.
No.
though. Like
Yeah.
they can either be good or not, but I don't care.
We don't need to
Yeah,
address it
let's
anymore.
move on, because I like it best when we go back to the old cast.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? Like we really only care about them.
Yeah. But if they're not okay, I kind of want Danica to be closer with Dana than Sheena. I would like that alliance because like Dana's out here by herself,
Yeah.
right? Like she's
She's
not,
got Max.
for now.
Oh, well, she made a friend. No, she made a friend in Brett.
Oh yes.
She made a friend in Brett.
They had a moment. They bonded over Sheena.
Yeah, they
Shocker. So that was good.
did. Sheena.
Crazy episode, but I do think it's time for our pumptinis.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So Pumptini, it's where you crown whoever is your favorite or whoever you feel like needs one. So Archie, why don't you start us off? Pump us up.
Pump us up. I've got to go with my girl Stassi for just standing
yes.
her ground at Tom and really, addressing the issue because I don't think she was wrong at all, I saw Tom's point of view, but for him to kind of act out of character, send that text at 2 a.m., lash out, the curse words, I'll kick you out on the street as if we don't have a relationship, I'm going to go with Stassi.
Yep.
Great choice.
Yep. What about you?
I would have to go with Tom Schwartz. He stood his ground. He's not very confrontational. He doesn't like to argue or fight, but he felt disrespected, and like Tom Sandoval was speaking to him in a very condescending way, and he stood up for himself. And he, deserves to make decisions just as much as Tom Sandoval does. And I love seeing him really own his position tonight.
I'm also going to give it to Schwartz. He not only deserves it, but he also needs the drink after dealing with Tom Sandoval and how he was talking down to him. He just does not deserve that. He's just a sweetie little babe, and he should be cradled, and he needs a bubble bath and a glass of wine. I love him. I love him so much. So that's who I would give my Pump Teeny too.
So much love.
And that's our teenies. Please give us a comment of what you would like your Pump Teeny to be. We would love to hear and read them next week.
Yeah.
Yes. And Archie has some news for us.
Lord help.
Okay. Wait, let me put on my readers. Okay.
Oh, you know it's getting real.
Okay. So, we had a very interesting week as some news have come out via Twitter from Max, no longer worrying about Jax. Now it's Max.
Yeah.
He said some very racial and sensitive things about Asians, black people, when it comes to weight. And you can read them for yourselves. They're out there on the social media. They're right here. And it's just really disappointing.
Yeah. When you hear that, like, people have bad tweets about, because that's, like, the thing now, to, like, dig up the bad tweets. And usually they're rough, but we have understanding because it's like, okay, it was a different time. You were younger.
Right.
These, though.
No, it kind of.
These are not good.
Yeah.
No.
For anyone who's listening on the podcast, we honestly don't even want to read these out loud. They're very offensive. But yeah, they're online. They're really old, from like 2012. But yeah, like you said, Katie, that does not make an excuse. Like, these are really, really disgusting tweets, and I hope he, at the very least, learns from this experience, and I do expect a public apology.
Yeah, something.
At the very least.
Yeah, because he's on a platform now, and, he has to. I mean, question, do you guys think that he still feels this way?
Well, he's not still actively tweeting like this.
No.
So, I mean, we all say things, like, I can, think back in time of, like, 14-year-old Katie just, like, saying some stuff that she should never say. So, hopefully, no, he's just not. He's not feeling this way anymore. Like, 'cause
Let's hope not.
This is bad.
Yeah.
This is no good.
I really don't know. I mean,
We'll be
who's
watching.
to tell? Yeah.
We'll be watching.
Who's to tell?
Yeah,
We'll be
see.
watching.
We'll see.
Do better.
Yeah,
Do better.
definitely.
And then also our girl Ariana.
Oh my gosh.
On a lighter note,
This is amazing.
Shows they film, and sometimes things are out of order. And we caught her slipping from last week's episode with she had the cape, and her hair was shorter in some clips and 3 inches longer in other clips.
Yeah.
And then she took to social to say they did pickups.
Yeah.
In a reality show.
Yeah, because, like, that's not, and that's why I'm not, like, totally buying into this season. It just
Right.
seems a little polished, a little, like, maybe some of the drama is not real. I don't know. Like,
Right.
don't kill me for saying it, but
Yeah.
I just need,
Little scripted.
I need this show to, like, shape it up. Like, maybe next week with, like, The Bachelorette and The Bachelor, maybe it'll, because those are OGs. I don't know, but, like, I'm not feeling it, you guys.
Yeah, it's a little underwhelming, so hopefully they bring it in MIA.
Yeah, I think that's just such a rookie move.
Yeah.
Like, come on, people.
Yeah, at
This
least
is-
cut her hair.
Yeah, and her hair was like lighter too. And some of them, her roots were growing out. Like,
Yeah.
Or just don't do it, because, like, we are going to notice that. We have the internet now.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna find it.
Right.
notice everything.
Yeah.
That's
So,
the news.
yeah, that's the news. Told you the tea was hot today. Please comment below what you think. And now it's time for our predictions.
Your AfterBuzz TV
Archie, you wanna go
prediction.
first?
Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna say my prediction. I think we've hit the dead horse, right? We enough times. We beat the dead horse enough times.
Oh, gosh.
I think that Dana and Sheena will actually be cool.
Okay.
I'll go with that.
All right. I actually wrote one down so that I'm not worthless. I have got Kristen will ruin the Bachelorette like she does every single trip she goes on. We've already seen that she's going to fall down. She's going to make this about herself like she does every single time, and I can't wait to watch it unfold.
Go, girl.
Go, girl.
Oh my gosh, Archie, I wrote down the same thing. Sheena and Dana, I think they will be friends.
Yeah.
Form an alliance, girls.
Got to.
Be against Max,
Boy,
not
yeah,
each other.
like, yeah, absolutely.
And then I'm excited to see Bo step up.
Yeah.
Fight for your girl, Stassi. Because we
Yes.
love Bo and he's so sweet and cute, but I want to
really
see
is.
him.
Also,
Yes.
didn't Stassi just buy a house?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
forgot that, but yeah, she did.
People
We
are
love
mad
it.
because Bo is living in it and she paid for it because she's like, it's my house, and everyone's like, oh. So
Yeah.
we'll talk about it more
Good
next
luck.
week.
Yes, we cannot wait. We will see you guys next week. You can find me at Rivet Soro on all social media platforms.
You can find me everywhere at Little Baby Kate, so make sure to check out my podcast. See you next Tuesday.
Yes, and I'm Archie. Find me on all social media platforms at Archie Jay Speaks.
See you next Tuesday.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV.
Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.